Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to be going over a product that I've had for about 6 months now, and that is the Aliengear. Sorry, it's hard to get to see in here. That's the Aliengear Shapeshift Core Carry Pack. So a lot of my friends have been asking me, which holster should I get for concealed carry? And I mean, really when it comes down to concealed carry, it depends mostly on personal preference. So with this one, this is my third holster that I've had. I have used before the Crossbreed, which is a leather with a Kydex. This is an in the waistband holster, very comfortable. And then I've just had a cheaper Kydex holster off Amazon. It was like $20. I've liked both of them, and this one's for appendix carry, and I kind of wanted to try a couple of different styles or carry styles. So what I did is I found the Aliengear Shapeshift Core Carry Pack. I was hesitant at first. I did have an Aliengear for my M&P Shield that I did not like. It was just very thick, very uncomfortable. It was in the waistband and very noticeable. The pros. I paid about $85 for it, and with that, you get a lot of different carry options. So we're gonna look at each of those. It has it here on the box. So you get an in the waistband holster, appendix carry, outside the waistband slide, outside the waistband paddle, and then it does come with a holster mount that you can put in your car. I did mount it in my car. I will show you that in just a minute. What I like, we'll start out with the good. The in the waistband holster that comes with it is fairly comfortable. A lot better than the one that I previously owned. It looks like this. So it's not too thick. And it's got kind of like a neoprene build, so it's flexible, comfortable, not too uncomfortable. So how this system works is it's basically one holster unit like this that you just change around and move in order to get it to hook onto the other one. So that's what the Shapeshift system is. So it has these little keys. When it's like this, it's locked. You just twist that and pull it off, and there's two. And then you can slide your holster apart. So usually for your concealed carry modes, you're gonna use just this half part, and it's gonna hook on directly to whatever holster mount you want. So for the in the waistband, you have it like this, put this like this, slide, and then you just put your, oh, and it does have a trigger guard, which is right here. So you do have to put the trigger guard on if you do go to the half shell. Hook your key on, put it here, slide this on, and then you just put your other key on, and you are set to carry with the in the waistband carry. So with this, personally in the waistband, so I usually carry about a 4 or 5 o'clock position. This is my most comfortable carry style. I do really like it. You can hardly notice that it's there. The good with that being you can carry it for long times. Not uncomfortable, you can work in it in a job like mine where I'm constantly moving, and you hardly notice that it's even there. The cons are, one, anytime you bend over forward, if your shirt's not long enough, that shirt's gonna get tucked up behind the frame of your pistol, so you have to be constantly pulling your shirt down, and that can be solved just by wearing a bigger shirt or a coat, so not a big deal with that. So the way this Shapeshift system works is basically you have these two keys. They're just little plastic screws that hook onto your holster, and you slide the lock off, and you have your half holster mount, which you use for your concealed carries. So you just slide it on there, or you stick it on if you're wanting to do appendix carry. You have the appendix carry mount, and you just slide it on there. Same thing, pretty easy to move around and switch. What I really like about the in the waistband from Aliengear, the Shapeshift, is it's comfortable. That's honestly probably one of the biggest, most important things for me, is because as long as the holster is good quality and you're not worried about it going off while you're carrying, you don't have to worry too much about that. Once you get a good holster, it's fine. That doesn't really play a factor into whether I like it or not. So it's comfortable. It's made of a thin material. It's flexible. In the waistband, you hardly notice it's there. The only complaint I do have about this one is with the hooks here, it does have a pretty tight grip, and so getting it off of your belt after carrying can sometimes be difficult, but once you get used to it, not really a big problem. And now comparing that one, this in the waistband, to my crossbreed that I do also have, this one is actually for my P365. I do not have a crossbreed for my 43X. Honestly, I like the crossbreed better, and here's why. One, it's got the leather, and the Kydex just feels like it's a lot tougher than this one. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it to the appendix carry mode, just so you can kind of see how easy that is. Just take your firearm out, take out the 2 screws that I mentioned before, slide this off, then you're gonna take your shell, and you're just gonna swap it over to the other mount, just like that. You're gonna put, actually, you know, you didn't even need to remove that screw. Just keep that screw on there, and then instead of this slide right here, we're just gonna put the appendix carry clip on there. So, to be completely honest, out of the appendix carry holsters that I've had, this is by far my least favorite, and here's why. If you look at it, it is very thick from here to here. If I compare it to like my Kydex holster, right here, it's not quite as thick. So it sticks out probably about an extra ½ inch, which can make appendix carry very uncomfortable. All right, next up is the outside the waistband slide holster. So it is a concealed carry holster. You can still carry it like this outside the waistband while keeping it concealed. This one is really nice, I do like it. Basically your belt just slides through here and then goes back down through here, and it goes under your shirt, but it's on the outside of your pant line. So good news, super comfortable, really do like it. You do need a good belt for this one since it is on the outside of your waistband. It is pulling down a lot, putting a lot of weight on that belt. So if you don't have a good concealed carry belt, that's gonna be an issue for you. I do like it, like I said, comfortable. The only issues I do have with this one right here is it is a bit hard sometimes to get this screw out when you wanna change back. Okay, and then for the last 2 modes, you do need the full shell of the holster. So we're gonna just go ahead and take our half shell that we have currently. Let me just get it out. So you take your half shell, very, very easy. Just gonna take your trigger guard off, and then it just slides into the full shell like this. If I can get it. All right, perfect. Then with that, put your screw in the bottom like this. Make sure it's on there tight. This one here on top, and you're good to go. So, the full shell does completely enclose everything, does have a trigger guard, and what I do like about the full shell is when you do put the firearm in there, it clicks, it has that click, and it does have a thumb release mechanism right here. So, in order to get the firearm out, you have to depress that and then pull it, and then you're good. So, I do like that function about it, very easy. The one complaint I do have about this is my thumb release, and I've read reviews online, a lot of people have the same problem, it's sticky. You push it down, it squeaks, and sometimes it's kind of hard to push down. If you're not pushing straight down on it, it won't go down. And I mean, not a huge deal, but actually for me it is kind of a big deal just because I do like to do speed drills. That is a big concern for me. So if you're not able to draw your firearm quickly or reliably because of this button, that could honestly be the difference between life and death in a situation. But the full shell you only use, so this button is only on there when you're using the outside the waistband paddle holster. So it's just a paddle holster, you know, your typical holster. Goes on your hip for if you're carrying, open carrying. Pretty nice, comfortable. The outside the waistband is very comfortable. I just don't personally do it much because I don't feel the need to draw attention to my firearm. I feel that it does make you a bigger target. It is easier to draw, but it also causes unneeded attention. So the other function that you use the full holster for with the thumb release is for if you use the holster mount, which I have mounted here in my car. As you can see, this one does require screws, so if you're in a rental, don't do it. But basically, the only thing you do with this is you stick the key into there like that. There's a button on the side of the mount that you just push, and that allows it to hook in. I absolutely love this. It is amazing. It's not wiggly, it's not loose. It's easy access, just below my steering column. So like this. If you needed to keep it there, what I typically do is I'll have it there, and then if I switch to one of my other holsters, it's a pretty quick switch. So to sum up basically this review, do I like the Aliengear Shapeshift Core Carry Pack? I personally do like it. However, it does have its downsides. One of the big ones is the button. The appendix carry is uncomfortable, but you do get a solid paddle holster mount for your car, in the waistband holster and the outside the waistband slide holster. So considering that you can get 4 pretty decent holsters for about $100, that is a definite plus for me. I do like it. If you're only looking to carry one way, if you know that you like appendix carry and you only want to carry appendix, I would not get this holster. It's uncomfortable for appendix carry. This is more for if you want to have lots of options to do. If you're looking for just an in the waistband carry, my personal recommendation would be the Crossbreed. I've had 2 of them. I do really, really like them. They're comfortable, they're affordable, and they're durable. They've got the leather and the Kydex. If you're looking for an appendix carry and that's it, I just have this Kydex. I think it was $20 on Amazon. It's decent, not the best holster. I don't carry appendix too much. If you do want to carry appendix, I would recommend looking into some of the ones that I do personally like are the T-Rex, the sidecar. I do also like the We the People Kydex holsters. There are a lot of options with that. Depends on, once again, personal preference at that point. Just make sure you get a reliable one. Read some reviews on it. But overall, with the Aliengear Shapeshift holster, the Core Carry Pack, I'm satisfied, but I do think there's quite a bit of room for improvement on that. And if you're just looking to carry one way, then I would recommend going with something else.